Hello gang, it's me, your favorite Dehya Doom poster, back at it here to give you a small little update on Dehya's states and how there is a little bit of hope. There's a little bit of hope that MiHoYo eventually buffs her, although that's like mad hopium. I'm here huffing as hard as I can because God, please, MiHoYo, Hoyoverse. For the love of God. But yeah, let's get started and see how Dehya in her banner with rerunning Sino. Now that Sino has Nahida, like there's a lot of people that really regret not having Sino. So let's just see how well her banner has been going on. This is the Genshin iOS revenue we have right now, the China market, right? Because that's usually the largest portion, and then they generally follow a trend, even internationally. So obviously, Hutao Yelan rerun is the best-selling banner of all time. Who would have guessed? Hutao, one of the best characters in the game. Yelan, one of the best characters in the game. Both incredible designs, waifus, characters in game. It's just amazing, right? And then you keep seeing, a bunch of more characters. Pretty. We're still going down. That's not the no. Oh, here it is. Dehya and Sino is the worst double run banner in the history of Genshin Impact. Almost on the same level as Ganyu and Kokomi's both second rerun. This is Sino's first rerun and Dehya's release. To be fair, Dehya is also going to the standard banner, right? So there's probably people like myself who are wishing to get Dehya because I'm probably gonna get her eventually through standard. But even then, like with how hyped her character has been in terms of story and design, one would think it would do like a little better, especially considering that Tighnari, like if we go back here, yeah, Tighnari and Zhongli rerun. If Zhongli's, this was his third rerun, right? If you didn't have Zhongli at this point, like wow. But like Tighnari did like significantly better than Dehya and Sino. So like it's a little sad, but it's kind of expected considering that stuff like this happens in game. The E is not working. The E doesn't trigger when you hit the Valen's little like nail or whatever, like, or stuff like this, where Dehya's burst doesn't target. Goddamn, Reddit video quality is abysmal. Oh no, never mind. He just uploaded 360. That's insane. Yeah, the Dehya's burst targeted the berries instead of the balloon that you can break. And then look at this. You've probably seen this because this one went crazy on Twitter. Dehya's burst breaks on the Wolf Lord and doesn't hit him. So, and then like, how like for Masanori, there's he has like a mechanic where he like has a poise that he protects, right? And if attack is strong enough, then it breaks the poise. And you can keep on attacking him. You can do this with like Ito with his charge attacks. Like it's actually not that difficult nowadays to break his poise. I think Overload breaks his poise as well. But yeah, look at him. This is kind of funny. This is kind of a meme, right? Because like it's edited funny, all that stuff. But like you get the point. Like Dehya's design isn't great. The things that are supposed to like function don't function. And like this was really sad, honestly, to see. But like this Reddit user at Dehya main said, "I couldn't get Dehya, so I made Dehya at home." What? Reddit. Ito on his normal attacks with Pyro Infusion is doing more damage on the same team comp that like Dehya like does the most damage in with her entire burst. Oh my god. But look, it's not all doom and gloom. There's good things we're seeing finally from Hoyoverse, like how they fixed an issue on mobile where the color of Dehya's eyes in her character illustration appeared abnormally in interfaces. Okay, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst because and I contributed to this and I'm pretty happy I did because, you know, you should follow me on Twitter to see it. But FixDehya was trending with at one point there was 22,000 tweets. This is a picture I saw on Reddit, but being chronically online and being on Twitter all the time, I saw it reaching 22,000 tweets. So there's definitely a noticeable and significant uproar from the community, whether it's on Twitter, the Reddit, which is getting, you know, on Dehya mains, it's getting constant posting, and in the official one, it's getting constant posting as well. Mods are removing it from the official Genshin Reddit, but that still means that they know that it's happening. Also added to the stuff that I mentioned in last week's video about how they, you know, they made an automatic response for emails that message directly to support about Dehya. They clearly know what's going on. They clearly like are looking into this stuff. Enough so that, you know, articles have been made on like genuine publications all across like the internet. Like, I'll look at all this, the Xerto, like, there's just so many, like, different articles being made about FixDehya and all that stuff that at this point you kind of have to, like, think that, like, MiHoYo sees all this and that it looks really bad on them, right? I saw someone mention in a comment that I forgot to, like, I saw it on my phone, so I can't find it again where it was on the post. But someone had mentioned something along the lines of like this. We've basically set up as a community an incredibly easy slam dunk for Hoyoverse to come out on top of this as looking like a good company and the good guy. Because if all of this uproar coming up about Genshin and Dehya culminates eventually into Hoyoverse buffing her and fixing all her issues, then they look like they listen to the community and that they, you know, whenever the community is complaining about things, they are willing to, you know, change the game a little bit just to make it like a little bit more bearable when the character is this broken and this atrocious. And I think that's a very close and very doable possibility because the CN community is joining the fight. The Japanese community has been fighting for Dehya as well, but there has been a couple posts and a couple tweets that I've seen regarding the Chinese side of the community that on Bilibili, which is their version of like, you know, YouTube / Twitter. It's like an everything social media app. They've been receiving more and more comments about like Dehya's state and like her strength, and even in Hoyo Lab the whole world is satisfied, and like even in the like app within that Hoyoverse has, Hoyo Lab, there's a ton of comments about Dehya's state. So all of this to say that although, you know, they like Hoyoverse has no real reason to buff nerf characters really, right? The only buff ever made in history of Genshin Impact is Zhongli, and that was an incredibly momentous, like, a monumental movement that happened during the Genshin side, the Chinese side of the Genshin community, because he is the Archon of China, Liyue, right? And this is nowhere near on that size of, you know, of a movement. I think it's doable. I think there is a sliver, a shimmer of hope at the end of the tunnel that by the time her banner is taken down, just like Zhongli's banner was taken down and then he was buffed during when his banner was not up, I definitely think it's doable for Dehya to get buffed, or at the very least to get the fixes that we've been asking. Like they double down on the jump, canceling her burst being like intentional design. But I think, like, considering how silly and stupid it is that you can't get out of like being frozen or bubbles or like anything, I think they'll eventually change that, right? I feel like again, it's a no-brainer for Hoyoverse in my opinion. It sets them up for such an easy W in the eyes of the community and in the eyes of like you know, the gaming ecosphere that looks at Genshin with a 17-foot pole, doesn't want to get close to the Genshin community. I think it'll look really great for Hoyoverse if they do buffer. So hopefully that's what happens. But yeah, that's all I wanted to do this week. I've been really enjoying 3.5 actually. Winblume is a phenomenal event. You know, it's Winblume, man. The first Winblume was great, and this Winblume is great. The rhythm game is always awesome. The pictures, I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. Something I didn't think I would say, but yeah, it's just, you know, it's just been a nice patch. The Winblume story about like social anxiety, I haven't finished it, but it's pretty cool. I like the social anxiety bit of the story. I haven't finished it, so I don't know how deep it goes. But yeah, I got nothing else to say. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.